Hello, everyone, and welcome once again. Thank you for taking the time to join me and listen in. Do give it a like or whatever. It helps the channel, so it does. And if you have any comments or questions, put them into the comment section. Yes, I'm rapidly approaching retirement. The official paperwork has been confirmed, and I'd have to say at this stage, it's a little bit surreal at the minute. There are lots of things by this stage that are out of my control, but today I want to focus on the controllables, particularly when we're talking about retirement. The biggest one for me, I think, and the most important one for everyone as we approach or consider retirement is our health. A lot of retirees regret not focusing on this earlier, and in many cases, not at all. Yes, there are some health issues that are out of our control, but let's focus on the controllables. Those simple things that are within our sphere of influence. As I've already said, a lot of retirees regret that they weren't in the best shape they could have been when they retired. The majority of people don't really put any emphasis on it after middle age. The gym bunny buff body goals were a long distant memory, if they ever existed in the first place. But I'm talking about simple stuff, what we eat, a simple exercise regime, and generally taking care of ourselves as we move from middle age to later life. I had put on weight and had a lot of poor diet patterns and probably drank far too much alcohol over the course of a week. I am type 2 diabetes and was and still on blood pressure medication. So luckily I began to take control of the situation early and incrementally. I've lost 21 pounds, that's 9.5 kilos to date. I have a far better control over my blood sugars, and I'm currently seeking an appointment with my GP around reducing my medications, particularly the blood pressure one. How I did that is another story for another time. But, of course, there are no guarantees with any of this, but at least I've taken control of my controllables. And many nearing retirement need to seriously consider where they personally are at, and it is your journey and your decision. People can start to have issues in earlier, later life categories, particularly in the 50s and 60s. I'm in my 60s, so I'm right there in the early, later life category, as I'd like to call it. I've entered the autumn phase of my life, and as such, I have made good decisions and I'm in a great place at the minute. There are issues that I still have to work on, and others that I have no control over, but I'm managing the whole lot of them a lot better. The number one advice that I can give at this stage is to not neglect your health. Don't be complacent, no matter which part of your age journey you're currently at. Health is the big one when we consider retirement. If you don't have your health, what do you have? You could have millions of pounds, dollars in the bank. And if you're 65 years old with a load of medical issues, is it going to be a happy retirement? I don't think so. Probably not. So, the most important advice that I can give to anyone is to look after your health. It is the big one that has come up in conversations that I've had with retirees. And I find that they are the best people to listen to as they're already there and doing it. And one of the biggest things that they wish that they'd done earlier or paid attention to was the whole health scenario and how it affected them, particularly as they move into that later phase of life. So I take a lot of emphasis from that as opposed to people who aren't even retired themselves and are giving advice. And they have no real concept of the issues. Most of them are realistically chasing some of your retirement dollar pot as opposed to trying to help you survive and enjoy that retirement. I'm at a stage where I'm beginning to feel more comfortable with the prospect of retirement and hope that through these videos of my retirement journey that I can continue to help you to prepare for or indeed enjoy your own retirement. Remember, we've got this.